seats. We're about ready to start here. Plenty of seats along the side. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here tonight for a fantastic evening to kick off the campaign for Ted Betancourt, next mayor of Peabody. It gives me a great honor to also introduce his campaign manager, Ed Lemazny.
Wow. Ted called me earlier today and he says, Ed, what are you doing tonight? And I said, nothing. He says, well, I'm having a little coffee hour down at the Holy Ghost. I'm expecting about 25, 30 people. It's a little bigger than 30 people. But I appreciate, all kidding aside, I appreciate everyone coming tonight. We expected a big crowd and this is just overwhelming. This is unbelievable. Thank you very much. I first want to thank the volunteers that set this party up. They did a phenomenal job. I want to thank the staff of the Holy Ghost. They were unbelievable. The owners, you've done a great job. We greatly appreciate that. Before we get started, I just want to name off some key people that were here tonight. First, I want to start with District Attorney John Bellagio was here earlier. He had to leave, but John, we appreciate the backing. Thank you. Dave McGinney's here, School Committee. Jim Liakis, City Councilor. Jerry Rizzo, former City Councilor. Ed Chavez, School Committee. Beverly Griffin Dunn, School Committee. Barry Sinowitz, Ward 6 Councilor. Mike Zellin, former Ward 6 Councilor. Margaret Tierney, Library Trustee. Dave Gamache, Ward 5 Councilor. Randy Carpenter, School Committee. Jared Hodgman, School Committee. Rico Mello, City Councilor, Ward 3. Arthur Athis, City Councilor, Ward 2. Joyce Spiliotis, State Representative. Barry Osborne, Councilor, Ward 1. Fred Murtagh, former Councilor at Large. Bob Wheatley, Light Commission. Tommy D'Amato, Electric Light. Ed Lemazny, former Councilor at Large. Mary Wasselchuk, former Councilor at Large. And Ed DeLay, former former City Councilor. Thank you very much for coming. I've had the pleasure of knowing Ted since the age of 5. We grew up in the same neighborhood. We built a friendship and a bond that is strong today and will always be there. When I think of Ted, I first think of family. Ted was born and raised in the city of Peabody by two wonderful parents, Ed and Bob Betancourt. Ted, alongside his sister Karen, sister Julie, and brother Kevin, have learned true family values from their parents. And Ted, along with his wife Andrea, have taken these family values and instilled them into their family. Their wonderful family, their 3 beautiful children, Taylor, Allie, and Avery. Next, I think of Ted as a friend. They don't make him any better. They don't make him any better. He's true, he's honest, he's always been there for you, always willing to listen, and he's the friend that will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I appreciate that in Ted. When I think of education, I think of Ted. Ted went through the Peabody Public School systems. He started off as a South School road runner, and he ended a Peabody Tanner. Ted always excelled in school. And since then, he went on, after high school, he went on to Holy Cross. At Holy Cross, Ted majored in political science. From there, went on to Suffolk University, and he received his law degree. Then I think of Ted, the businessman and the attorney. And after graduating from Suffolk, Ted could have went anywhere. Ted could have went to Boston. Ted could have went out of state. Ted could have went to any surrounding town. But he didn't. He stayed right here in Peabody. He opened up his business, that's right. He opened up his business in the heart of this city, right downtown. He's been doing it for the past 12 years and he's done a phenomenal job. Then I think politician. Ted's been a councilor at large now for 9 years. He's done a phenomenal job. He's worked extremely hard with many of the councils that are here tonight to get things done. Their job isn't easy and they put a lot of hours into it. Ted's been on many, many different committees over the last few years, and I'm very proud of him. Now, why do I bring this up? I bring it up because Ted is Peabody. Ted's been through it. He's been through it with everyone in this room, and there's been a lot of good memories. And we know things haven't been great. We know that. It hasn't been great in the city of Peabody, but it hasn't been great everywhere. But things are going to get better. They're going to get better. And when you look at a city doesn't create its image. The people do. And Ted's going to bring that image back to Peabody. He's going to bring the pride back to Peabody. But the thing is, he can't do it alone. He needs your help. He needs your commitment. And that starts right here. And it can't end right here. It needs to continue through the whole campaign until we reach that finish line. That being said, I think it's time. I think it's time. And it is my honor at this time to introduce your next mayor, Ted Bettencourt.
Thank you very much. And thank you to my good friend Ed Lamazny. I'm lucky to have him by my side. Thank you. I don't want to speak for very long. This has been an amazing night, and I'm very overwhelmed by the crowd that's here today. And I want to just start off by thanking you all for coming out in this cold, cold night and to celebrate my campaign kickoff with me. Really means a great deal. And I don't think I'm going to be getting many votes from Stop and Shop. I'm not going to be getting their votes, but thank you very much. Since my announcement, the words of encouragement, the words of support, the pledges of help and assistance that I've received over these past couple weeks has truly overwhelmed me. And now by the size of this crowd and the friends I have and the family and the new friends I've made, I really feel humbled that you are all here today to celebrate this with me. It means a lot to myself and it means a lot to my family, and I want you to know that. Thank you. I made a decision several months ago, in fact it was probably a couple years ago, that I wanted to run for mayor of this city. And I've never shied away from that fact. People have asked me, I've always been very open and honest, that I intended to run for mayor of the city someday when I felt the time was right. And I wanted to, do it in the right way. I wanted to have and celebrate with my friends and family and the people that I love and the people that have always supported me. People have asked me, why, did you announce so early? And I gave it some thought and wondered when the proper time to do it was, if there was some sort of strategy that would be better to wait a little while, or what the best approach was. But I decided I wanted to announce because I didn't want any confusion. I love this city. I want to be mayor of this city. I'm looking forward to the challenges that this city is going to present, and I want everybody to know that. And then the follow-up question would always be, well, why do you want to be mayor of the city? And people are quick to point out, the tremendous difficulties the city is facing right now, and the myriad of problems that we're going to be facing now and facing in the future, not just in the city, but in the state and across the nation. People are struggling out there. Everybody knows this. People are struggling to raise their families. I think all of us, some of us in this room, have had some financial difficulties lately, lost jobs or whatever. Or if you don't, and you definitely would know somebody who has. This is it's a problem for everybody, and it's something that is very real, and it needs to be taken serious. Here in Peabody, we've had taxes that have increased dramatically, while our Massachusetts state local aid has decreased dramatically. We have an educational system that is being continuously challenged all the time. We have a downtown that has been struggling to find its identity for years now. We have an industrial park that more and more vacancies are popping up, and it's affecting our commercial tax rate. Those are real issues, and they have to be dealt with. I believe that, and Tip O'Neill, a famous politician from Massachusetts, said that the responsibility of leadership is not to dwell on the negative, but to offer a positive way out of the morass. And I think that's important. There's a lot to be proud of in this city. We have a lot of positive things going on. We have a vibrant, hardworking community with many talented people working in the city and across the city. We have strong businesses, some downtown, some in the industrial park, some on the routes and highways across the city, and we have the building blocks and the tools in place. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think Peabody's ready to stand up and fight for what we want. And I think something that we've done that I think is something we need to correct is oftentimes it seems like we're waiting and standing pat, waiting for the state to bail us out or the federal government to offer us some assistance. I think the time is for Peabody to stand up and take on the challenge, and I want to lead that challenge. Thank you. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be roadblocks that we're going to face along the way. There's going to be challenges that pop up, and many challenges that are going to pop up over the next several months. And I think the only way to overcome those challenges is to unite. I have some wonderful people here. Really, again, I'm tremendously pleased and honored by the crowd here tonight. But I think that's the only way we're going to be able to overcome the difficulties that we have. I have a great deal of hope. I have a great deal of hope. And having hope means, one, that you're not going to give in to any overwhelming anxiety. You're not going to give in to a defeatist attitude. You're not going to give in to getting concerned about the large obstacles that are in the way. Those are things that are going to bring you down. We cannot focus on those. We need to focus on the positive. It seems too much right now. There is in this city, it seems to have pervaded the city, there's a defeatist attitude, a woe is me, the sky is falling. That type of mindset is not going to be able to get us from point A to point B where we need to get to. I want to run an upbeat, positive campaign. I want to promote the positive things we have going on in this city, and those are the things that we can build upon. I'd like to introduce the most important people in my life, my wife Andrea, and my three daughters Taylor, Allison, and Avery. Thank you. I am very fortunate in my life to have them to stand by me, and I will always stand by them. Over the upcoming months, we're going to have many challenges. There's going to be roadblocks and some obstacles, and I'm going to need your help, each and every one of you. And I ask you to stand by me, and let's bring the pride back to the city of Peabody. Thank you very much.